A Texas bill that would ban social media use for anyone under 18 recently moved past the Senate committee and is due for a vote in front of the Texas State Senate per Engadget. So, question of the day, if you had the option to, would you personally ban social media for people under 18? And question 2 is, would that actually improve our lives?
Yep, and yep.
Yeah.
Tots. I hate tots. I'm being so serious. All memes aside, I would allow them to view stuff. Fine. But comments, replies, the amount of fake news they can spread, burner accounts, it is so much nonsense that these do that y'all have no idea of. As a creator who just randomly tweeted to my community, because I thought that's how Twitter works. Yeah, I tweet something to my community, an inside joke to my community. I clearly got sent in the group chat or something on Twitter. I'm just getting raided with a bunch of random hate takes and I checked their bios, 2014, 2013, 2011, born in 07. It's just a bunch of tots just yapping on that, bro. I don't need to discuss how they're not funny. I don't need to discuss why are they even allowed to see this stuff. I don't need to discuss all that other stuff. I can just use harassment alone and argue that they need to go. Get tots out of here, man.
He didn't go far enough.
Oh, I had to save it for one of y'all.
He didn't go far enough. We need if we in the salty spittoon that, we need to send all 18-year-olds and below to Weenie Hut Juniors. You feel me? They get one social media and you can only type 6 words on that per post. And then you either get like a bunny emote till you like it, or you get like a little angry face. Like this got to run like Toontown Online, where you can't say anything. You can only be like stinky as the reply, so people know you don't like it. I don't want to hear the thought of anyone younger than 25. Like I don't want to hear the brain power of anybody under 25. I don't want to physically see anyone in the realm of a child. I want 2 things to happen. I don't want anybody with a teen in their name to ever interact with me or have me in their thoughts at all. The second thing is that if you sign up for social media, you should be mandated legally to have a profile picture of your face on that. It will solve many problems. It will solve many problems. You don't get to have burners if you don't show your face. Everything has to have your face on it. There's no way around it. The only exceptions are you got to go to the federal level to get like some VTubers, because obviously, or like some witness protection, or like if you are a brand that works underneath you have like a persona or whatever like that. Those are the only instances. Everybody else that has Bakugo cosplay, fraudulent. You have to post yourself. So when you say that stupid you just were about to say, you got to realize that everybody gonna tell you what your nose look like.
Thank you.
Hey, that's why I was excited about the voice comments that you was talking about earlier on YouTube. Because again,
I want to hear your voice.
Yeah, I want to hear your voice and really hear how you sound like saying, "Yo, Bezos is a bitch." You know what I'm saying? Like,
you're a bitch. All right, motherfucker.
I already think I'm a squeaker. If you squeak more than me, oh hell no, I ain't taking you serious.
Before you go, can I say that I'm happy that Tev said what I said, but maybe perhaps more elaborated, because my brothers in Christ chat, you the niggas I want to pack up, for example. Like literally, these niggas, Sage, in 07, they're 18. Get them out of here. I don't give a fuck. What the fuck I'm gonna talk to an 18-year-old for? What the fuck do me and that nigga gotta talk about? Nothing. I'm get them niggas out of here. All the tots 21. If we can't get into the same buildings 99% of the time, I don't want your ass on that.
Yeah.
Get them out of here.
100%. I tell you niggas, you're not real to your face. Like when people with anime profile pictures or like 18, 16, 17, I'm like, you're not even real. Why would I'm not even gonna look at what you just said. You're not real. You're not you don't exist. Goodbye.
Yeah, that'd be the shit.
Nah, being 8 years old during KD's first MVP is kind of crazy.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like these niggas acting like we in the same junk, but that's kind of like why I don't think. I know that these people that are going to detest this, if this is the TikTok that are in the chat right now, that like I know y'all not real humans, because when we have this conversation in person, every Keep It a Buck meetup I've ever been to, anybody that I'm around, even if you are a tot, I see your face. Y'all don't type like this. Y'all don't act like this. Y'all don't do any of this stuff. But because you can have either a red triangle or Aang as your picture or some shit like that, oh, y'all gonna get all the shit off. They're gonna talk crazy as hell. And if I crash out about the bitch, now I'm crashing out. Now it's If I sit there and respond to you calmly, I'm still crashing out. But if we have this one-on-one conversation, if I bring your ass even on the stage, y'all don't even talk like that on the stage on camera. Let alone do y'all talk about that in person. And nobody is acting like they even the most intimidating person. Half of y'all just bitch made, and the other half, y'all just aren't wired that way to be that confrontation. It is what it is.
Now, I may be really potting here by asking this question, or maybe I'm just being a head ass. Because the way we're talking about social media right now, as people who grew up on social media when it was unregulated, like I'm pretty sure a lot of us started using Instagram and Facebook at very young ages, definitely before 18, before 21, all of that. Do y'all think like how we're going to parent our kids when we eventually have kids and become adults? The way we talk about social media, that's going to be similar to how like our parents talked about cigarettes, where it was like this thing, like when they were kids, it was fine to smoke cigarettes. It wasn't anything crazy, like everyone was doing it. But by the time, it was time for them to raise their kids, it was on some, bro, you were not doing that shit. Hell no.
I think I would with social media, assuming I don't have the power to just instantaneously ban it, I would tell my son, and to be honest, especially my daughter, hey, what you post, it can be funny, but it's on the internet and it's there permanently. I'm telling them that off rip. So you have to accept that maybe today, the next day, the day after, they don't give a fuck about your shit. Whatever joke you just got off. But in 20, I mean, hell, even this generation is doing it now. 10 years later, this you? Or 5 years later, they're looking up email accounts for you to get a job or something. You harass the shit out of I Show Speed. Who is I Show Speed? But you harass the hell out of this dude. So, like, I'm telling my son and my daughter, hey, one, social media ain't always real. It's negativity sticks out like a sore thumb. Most people in real life aren't that fucking evil. There's evil in the world, but it's not that bad. Two, definitely anything you do, whether it's you dancing, taking a picture, or talking to someone directly, especially that one, that shit is there. Like that's something you did. Even if you delete it, you did it. You need to be very careful on what you do for fucking laughs, even likes. You need to be very careful what you are representing yourself on the internet or how you're representing yourself on the
internet. Oh yeah, I fully agree. As a matter of fact, I'm not too worried about what my imaginary child in this instance has to. Like, I'm actually not very worried about what they get into on the internet. I'm worried about what they are putting into the internet. Yeah. Because like I trust myself to be a good enough parent to like teach them discernment of being like, you shouldn't be saying this shit. You shouldn't be getting involved in shit that seems dangerous. You shouldn't be falling for scams and shit. I'm much more worried that my child will think that they're the main character once they get on the internet. And I'm like, you cannot think that way. You cannot think that way. You cannot think that everybody wants to hear your opinion. We have way too much of that shit already. The best thing that you could do is you go on there, you enjoy the fact that you can connect with people all over the world and find people with common interests, and that's it. Anything that you provide past that, like if you want to get into content creation, like sure, maybe like I gotta like walk you through it, but you are part of a very large ecosystem in which you were just not even a small fish. You were an atom. Like you really need to be careful thinking that you can just go out here and say this shit and do this shit, or also thinking that what you do doesn't have an impact on like what Sage was saying. It was like, it's there forever. And the last thing is I better not see you had no fucking burner profile. Like that shit is
burners.
It creates this. I don't want to have a child that uses social media as escapism for any purpose. That's like the biggest fear, is thinking that they are somebody that they're not on the internet, and it warps the reality around them, because that shit is not real, like to a dangerous degree. And I remember thinking when I was 15, 16 on this shit thinking that the shit was real. And then finding out like how detrimental it was when like my favorite fucking prank YouTuber was faking this shit, or like these people weren't actually dating, or and it was like fucking my whole mental up. I need them to understand that the internet has shifted, because when we were growing up, and it's not like not too different, but it was a lot less deceptive. Like people were doing shit for views, but like they were not doing shit with stories and narratives and like pre-planned shit behind it. And
Yeah.
if it was very few and far between. And like it was devastating when we found out, right? When we found out about God, what's that prank? Like Vitali, when we were like, oh, his pranks were fake. It's like, oh, what the fuck? Like, this is crazy. Now it's like everything is not real. Like every fucking thing that we do and see and interact with is not real on the internet. So you have to instill that.
For sure.
Yeah, no, that's definitely fair. That's definitely fair.